So Madden's coming out in about a month, and hopefully we get training camp. Got a lot to talk about. What is up, Fin fans? Yes, like you can tell by my very unenthusiastic intro, Madden 21 is coming out August, and we got some news about the training camp. So I'm going to talk about the Madden 21 ratings quickly. That's going to be second, but first, I'm going to talk about some updates that we got about training camp, about procedures, about all that stuff that happened yesterday. You guys are watching this Sunday. I'm recording this Saturday night. But before we jump into that, another one of you great human beings decided to join my Patreon. And that is Stephen Marionetti. And I hope I pronounced your last name right. $4 Patreon. Got a new Patreon in the house. Thank you so much for joining. Again, don't feel like you need to, but if you want to, it's in the description below. If you guys don't know about that, that's where my P.O. Box is. That's where Fan to Fan Network is. Be sure the website's now live, so you can also see this content over on Fan to Fan Network with other NFL YouTubers. That's all linked below in the description. If you hit the description box, all my information's down there. My Twitter, all that stuff. Link below. So let's jump into training camp stuff. We're going to talk about Madden. Let me get you guys comment of the day. You're going to get a nice big old video today. Hope you guys enjoy these types of videos. Give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Let's jump into it. Yesterday on Saturday, the NFL teams received a memo from the NFL essentially telling them these are the dates, right? Rookies are going to come and join camp the 21st, which is Tuesday. Quarterbacks and injured players will be joining the 23rd, which is Thursday, and then all the other players will be joining the 28th, which is the following Tuesday. So next week, we got rookies coming, we got quarterbacks and injured players, and then the following Tuesday is when everyone else comes. Now, here's the thing Tom Pelissero tweeted out. He says, as of now, only 20 players would be allowed in the facility at a time until the NFLPA signs off on the infectious disease emergency response plan for each club. If protocols aren't met, a grievance could follow, but clubs have the right to set reporting dates within CBA rules. So essentially, until the NFLPA and the union and the players rep and all those guys sign and acknowledge the infectious disease emergency response protocol, only 20 players at a time are allowed in the facility. Let me give you a quick little idea about how that sucks. The Miami Dolphins drafted 11 players last year, and they signed 10 undrafted players. That's 21 players there that are brand spanking new, and only one of them is not going to be able to come. So that until that gets signed, only 20 at a time is going to really suck with the development of that. So we'll see how that goes, right? And then there was some clarifying, kind of the injury protocol, right? So in a nutshell, there's a lot to talk about, and I will link it below from Pro Football Talk. So the article, again, a lot of my stuff that I talk about is in the description below. If you don't know how to, navigate the description below my video, just comment and I'll try to help you. You just hit if it's not there, you hit the little arrow underneath the title, whoop, everything pops up. But to give you a little bit of a clarification, they talk about what if somebody gets COVID, they essentially go on the commission exempt list, which means you still get paid. And then once you're better, you come back, you do the whole process. But they also talk about injuries, right? They say allows team to remove any player with a football or non-football injury from the roster for 3 weeks. After 3 weeks, the player will be eligible to return to practice. Once he returns to practice, the team will have 21 days to place him back on the roster. So they're trying to work with the IR, work with all that stuff, and there's a good amount of stuff in here. And like I said, they also talk about as players tested COVID positive, even more flexibility will apply with having them come back and be off and adding players and all that stuff. So they are working on the flexibility and bringing in players if, God forbid, hopefully this doesn't happen, if players start to, get COVID during the season. Again, I will link this article below. Do check it out. You get a good idea. But in a nutshell, like I said, if a player does test positive, they go on the commissioner's exempt list, not the IR, anything else, because you still get your full contract and your full pay on the commissioner exempt list. And then when you're ready, you come back. Like I said, in other words, people who test positive for COVID-19 won't be required to miss at least 3 weeks. They'll be placed on the not on IR or NFI, but the commissioner exempt list, a designation that has become known in recent years for placement for players facing off-field allegations of misconduct. There will be no minimum or maximum stay on the commissioner exempt list. Placement on the commissioner's exempt list always entails full payment. So they're trying to work out the process of what if players get not injured, but they're trying to work it out because this is new grounds and new territory for what's going on in the NFL. And then the last thing I'll talk about with this whole thing, Barry Jackson put a tweet out, which I'll most likely pop up, saying, per multiple sources, Dolphins have told their rookies to report Thursday, 2 days later than expected and planned. Had hoped to bring them Tuesday, but testing not ready then per someone in contact with the team. So Thursday's pick instead. So essentially they're supposed to come Tuesday the 21st. They're just telling him, hey, come with the injured players and quarterbacks on the 23rd so we can have that stuff ready. Being that the Dolphins are in the hot spot of what is happening, this is a little bit more difficult, and that's probably why they told him to wait 2 days, push back 2 days, because they need to get more testing. And they need to set up a protocol to keep them away from everybody. So this is going to get very interesting, and the more stuff that comes out, the more I'll let you know, and the more you'll get updates like these videos and stuff. Like I said, for this upcoming week, I'm going to start breaking down the rest of the team. I'm going to do the O-line and D-line in their own separate videos, but their own things. It's not like tackles, guards, whatever. Linebackers, secondary. So I got 4 videos left. Wide receivers, O-line, D-line, linebackers, secondary for the camp battles. So those will be happening next week. But like I said, I was planning on making this video today talking about this stuff. And then the thing you guys wanted to talk about and most likely clicked on this video for, the Madden 21 rating of the Miami Dolphins. Now, the team overall, I think, is like a 70-something. And I'm looking at the top players right now. Byron Jones is an 88. Kyle Van Noy is an 86. Devontae Parker's an 84. They gave him a little bit of love, and I appreciate that. But you make Stephen Gilmore a 99 overall, and you make Devontae Parker an 84. Do you know the stats of him playing? Do you know those stats of him playing? And then you have Michael Thomas as a 99, right? Not saying he doesn't deserve to be 99. He's a very dynamic, good wide receiver. Hey! Hey! You have Byron Jones at an 88, and do you know the stats that Michael Thomas has against Byron Jones? Because they're not very good. They're not very good. So again, Devontae Parker poops all over Stephen Gilmore, 84-99. And then a 99 wide receiver, Michael Thomas, he gets shut down by Byron Jones, 88-99. See where I'm getting at here? But again, I'll read through these a little bit more. So like I said, Byron Jones is the best player on our team right now, 88. Kyle Van Noy is at 86. Devontae Parker is at 84. Xavier Howard is at 82. And then they're all below 80. Jordan Howard, 79. Matt Breida. So our best running back is Jordan Howard, Matt Breida. They're both in 79s. They got Kazicki at a 79. They got Albert Wilson, 76. Devon Gottschall, 76. Raekwon McMillan, 76. Bobby McCain, 70. It's just 77. Jakeem Grant's and they gave Jakeem Grant 95 speed. Jakeem Grant's a 95 speed. They got it. Jerome Baker, 74. Jerome Baker has a worse Madden rating than Raekwon McMillan. Again, not hating on Raekwon McMillan, but Jerome Baker is, in my eyes, the better linebacker out of the two. And they have him at a 74 behind Raekwon McMillan. They have Matt Hack, the punter, 74, same rating as Ryan Fitzpatrick, 74. Let's keep looking. Eric Fact, Tua's a 73. Got my Tua shirt on. You know who sent it to me. 73 on Tua. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Isaiah Ford, 71. It's just Nick Needham. Raekwon Davis, they gave him a 71. Vince Beagle, 71. Could have done better for my boy Vince. Clayton Fedulum, I guess they assume he's going to be a starting safety. They made him 70. Van Ginkel is a 69. Hello, how are you doing there? They literally pooped on the Dolphins. They gave the Dolphins zero chance, and they just don't think the Dolphins. Madden to me is like the Pro Bowl. It's a popularity contest. If your team is popular, or if your team has a good record, they're going to put players on your team with a higher record. Even if individuals on your team are better than other individuals, they're just going to give you a better rating. And for the longest time, the Dolphins, after Ricky was on the team and Dan Marino left and all that stuff, Madden just started to crap on the Dolphins for the longest time. Even when we had Ndamukong Suh on our team, he was barely breaking a 90. Barely breaking a 90. Jason Taylor barely, it was just, they always crapped on the Dolphins. But, Byron Jones, 92 speed, 94 acceleration. Let's see what his coverage is. Play rec, they give him 86. Man coverage, they gave him a 84. Zone coverage, they gave him a 90. They gave him a 92 press rating. That's not too bad. But it's just, I wanted to make this video to look at the ratings and just laugh, because it is what it is at this point when it comes to these Madden ratings. The best we have is an 88 in Byron Jones, and I think he should have been higher. I don't think he should have. I think he should have been at least a 90, Byron Jones. You saw what he's done. You saw how the stats of top-notch receivers are going against Byron Jones. Does he have crazy interceptions? Does he have a ton of interceptions? No, but he shuts people down. So you have him at 88. Kyle Van Noy, 86 isn't bad for Kyle. He's dynamic, but he's not crazy, gonna disrupt. He's not a Ray Lewis type linebacker, so I'm not upset with that. Devontae Parker, I think he should have been like an 86, 87, especially after last year. 4th in receiving yards, I think 5th in touchdowns, and you make him an 84. If you go by the season beforehand, which sometimes they do that because you look at some of these ratings, they give them good ratings because of the season beforehand. You have Rob Gronkowski as a 95, I think, this year, Mr. Roboto. I think Devontae Parker should have been a little high. Xavier Howard, I'm right with the 82. He didn't play most of last season. He's got his injury problems. And then I'm looking at Gesicki should have been at least an 80 or above. He was one of the top tight ends of the second half of the season. Top 5, I think, in touchdown receptions out of tight ends in the red zone. So, that it might come off a little biased, but I'm not saying 99s. I'm saying come on. But hey, like I said, a lot of people ask me this. Why do the Madden, why do the media, why do all these people always discount the Dolphins, look past the Dolphins? It's because we have to prove something. We have to consistently show we're not going to be just middle of the pack for the past 15, 16 years. It's just constant 7-9, 8-8. You know what I'm saying? So when the Dolphins show this season that there's someone to be reckoned with, you'll start to see, as the rosters get updated, these ratings are going to get better, especially when you start seeing people like Raekwon Davis, when you start seeing Emmanuel Ogbah, Shaq Lawson start to get some crazy sacks, Christian Wilkins, all these guys, Eric Rowe, they're going to go up from 70s. They're going to get higher. Byron Jones, watch, he's going to get a really good mutt card. He's going to start locking down people. You're going to see it change, but the reason why we're getting poo-pooed on is people thought we were tanking last year. People thought we were purposely losing games. We won 5 games last year. We didn't do great the year before. And it's just constant pooping. So, you just... Do I hate it? Of course I hate it. It pisses me off to no extent. But we got to fix it. As the organization, we got to start winning consistently. We got to start winning more to fix these Madden ratings. Because, geez Louise, do they suck. But be sure to comment below. Let me know what you think. I want to know what you think of these Madden ratings. You getting Madden 21? I'm getting Madden 21. I got to play some of you guys. I got to play some subscribers. I got to play some other YouTubers. You know who I'm talking about. I got to play some guys. So I'll be getting Madden 21. You can play that stuff. And then they'll also have it retroactive that if you do get Madden 21 for the PS4, you will have it for the PS5. You'll get the PS5 copy, which will probably have a little bit better resolution because the PS5 is a little bit better of a system. But be sure to comment below. Let me know what you think of the Madden ratings. What do you think of the training camp news and notes that came out of there, of dates and little protocols and stuff like that? But be sure to comment below, and I'm going to get to one of you guys' comments of the day. And this comment comes from Bradley Davies. And Bradley says, given the situation with the pandemic, do you think coaches who don't deliver as expected in the league might be given a bit of a free pass? It depends, right? Yes, this season has been a season, especially off season, that you can't compare, right? We tried to talk about the lockout that happened, 10 years ago, give or take. It's different, right? Because you get Zoom meetings, but Zoom meetings don't do much because you can get the playbook down, you can understand concepts, schemes, and all that stuff, but until you actually put it in and start to physically do stuff and see if you're physically inferior to other players, it's hard to understand. So this is an offseason that's just new, but I don't know. The NFL stands for not for long. So say like the Bengals suck it up again and win 2 games, Zach Taylor's probably fired. You know, he did horrible last year, and people think that they did it on purpose like the Dolphins. No, but that's the other thing, right? You're asking, given the situation, all this stuff, do you get a free pass? A lot of people are thinking that the Miami Dolphins are in another situation where they're going to be all right with losing this year, right? Another situation where they're going to sit back and they'll put in certain players to see how they're performing. The Dolphins are trying to win this year. Now, am I predicting they're going to win the division? Am I predicting they're going to win the playoffs? Am I predicting they're going to the Super Bowl? No. But to think that the Dolphins spent all the money they spent, made all the draft picks they made, and did everything they did this offseason, and you think that they're going to not put everyone on the field to win, is I don't think so at all. I honestly think that they are trying to win this year. And last year was a year that they hard reset, and they resetted last year. But this year, there's no more. All right, hey, Fitzpatrick's not doing too well. I still don't want to play Tua, even though Tua's been killing all training camp. Now we're going to sit him out because I'd rather see what Rosen can do. I'd rather see what Balaj can do. I'd rather, you know what? Let's see what this. No. They're going to put the best 11 on both sides of the field of the ball on the field to win some games. So I just want to address that because I hear it sometimes, people saying, hey, they're going to, don't expect to win this year. You know me, I'd rather be surprised than let down. I expect, maybe 8-8 season this year. Again, I'll give you my final prediction before the season starts. But to think that the Dolphins aren't going to try to win this year and they're not going to put the best players on the field this year, you're sadly mistaken. Because the Dolphins are going to try to win this year. They're not. Yeah, they had a hard reset last season, and they put themselves in a situation this season to get the players they needed. But they did the things they needed to win. Are they in a win now mode? No, they're still building. But if you think they're not trying to win this season, you're sadly mistaken. But again, to answer your question, I think maybe some people will get a free pass. Maybe like the Giants head coach, if they go like 1-15 or something, maybe he'll get like a little bit of all right, this is an unconventional season. Let's see but I think other people, maybe not. Like say the Texans suck real bad. I think Bill O'Brien will get fired because you got a ton of vets on there. I hope I answered your question. Like I said, maybe and maybe not. It depends on the situation. But Bradley, thank you for the comment. But like usual, guys, be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram. As soon as a lot of this news breaks, I can tweet it out quicker than I could sit down and make a video. I was very busy today. Today for me, Saturday. You're watching it Sunday, so yesterday for you. But yeah, be sure to follow me on Twitter, all that stuff, like I said. Also, check out DolphinSelect.com. Very great site. But other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're talking wide receivers. Can't battle for wide receivers. There's a lot. There's a lot of wide receivers that are battling for position on this team. So that video is probably going to be a nice, good, long, chunky one. Like a clam chowder. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. I'm obviously going to have that be a premiere. I don't know if I made this one a premiere or not. I haven't decided yet. But I hope to see you guys tomorrow in that one. But like usual, stay classy. And fins up.